weekly intensity. The late choir master, the late choir member Felicita M. Serrano, lovingly recalled the times Raul would exercise their voices with a continuous scale of la 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 and a repetitious vocal exercise that was designed to strengthen and refine the vocal range and quality. Deep, fervent prayer was never compromised. All of the members were God-fearing people that lived the daily life of true devotion. They also had deep respect for their director. The choir was now able to sing in other churches. There was an evening where the selected song of the day did not really go according to plan. It was the Latin classic of Propter Magnum Gloriam. The choir had rehearsed this number for many weeks, and Raul was certain that they were ready. Now, choir members recall that night of the choir as the choir began to sing this selection. They were overlooking a large hall with overhead balconies that joined in both ends of the auditorium. This was the evening that the sopranos went one way and the tenors went another. Unfortunately, the congregation didn't notice, for it was sung in Latin. Carmen Ortiz, Raul's sister, laughed as she recalls the event. She declares everything was going great, but at the last verses, the four singing sections went in different directions. The tenors were on the left field when they should have been in the right. The choir survived this evening and went on to see many other moments, some great and others that were memorable. Special note that Jimmy Pagan must also be recognized for his very unique playing of the organ through many choir years. There were times when he even changed the beat and key during the selections of the choir. Thanks, Jimmy, for all the memories. The choir was now singing with a heart-filled conviction. They had been tested by fire. They had tasted the experience of scorn and ridicule. They had experienced the painful realities of life. And now the echoes of that devoted life were resounding in song. The multitude in the grand sanctuary froze in solemn communion as the great man sitting high at the altar gazed towards the choir that was now in front of this pulpit. The pastor was pleased with this musical ministry. He was very proud of his choir. Raul, the tall, dignified director, began to play the choir introduction for the choral entry. The singer's eyes were now on Raul Gonzalez. Raul would direct with his eyes. Songs of the Surrounded, 1994 English version.